All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Fates Revelation with enemies having 100 crit and players having 0 strength. I am back after moving. I finally gotten everything set up. And yeah, I go on another road trip guiding. Not between now and Thursday, which is when I most recently streamed for the Nintendo Direct. And I think we were all thoroughly disappointed. But yeah, so today we're going to be tackling Revelation chapter 14, I believe. That's going to be interesting. It's notable mainly for being a map. It's kind of just like they kind of copied chapter 10, but took out all the interesting parts. And now just like a crappy route map. Oh boy. It's earlier for you than usual. It's actually later because I'm now on the Eastern time zone. So previously, where I would stream at like 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., now I start at 2 to 3 p.m., which I guess is actually easier to stream because then I don't have to wake up that early on a weekend. But yeah. You just noticed that the file name of your Excel overlay is book 1. Was that for FE12? No, it's just the default Microsoft Excel settings, I guess. When I took the screenshot to make it. Yeah, let's get started. Conquest chapter 10 unfair? No, I don't. There aren't too many. There aren't too many parts of Fire Emblem that aren't fair. All right, let's go and grab our rewards. Sizo's Star. That looks useful. Sizo's Star. Wait. After attacking, grants allies within 2 spaces strength plus 4? Holy crap, that's... I feel like that's gotta be pretty good. Especially since we don't have easy access to rally strength, right? You don't get fighters or berserkers very easily in this route. Yeah, let's give it to Saizo or someone else. Why not? It's not like he's doing any damage anyway. Well, actually, I want to see, what does Saizo's Star? Does it apply debuffs? Okay, according to the wiki, it also applies steel tier debuffs. So this is actually just like for debuffing and buffing purposes. It's just better than the steel shuriken, which is really nice. The only thing is lacking is that it's its own damage, but that's fine if Saizo wasn't or anyone wasn't gonna do any damage anyway, right? And let's get a quick refresher on what the team is gonna look like. We have Korin, who has a Nornobo, and probably should be reclassed soon. I think reclassing into Great Knight could actually be a great benefit, but I think the Dragon Stone is still too useful to give up on. I don't know. I think this might be actually okay, especially if we want to go do a full switch to swords soon. But for now, I think we don't have enough because we just recently managed to get a bunch of bolt axes and other magical weapons, right? Our bolt axe is on Camilla. Our 11th sword is on Felicia. And we our bolt Naginata. Where is it? I don't think anyone can even use lances. So if we Yeah, not a single person we have can actually use lances, except maybe Reyna, actually. Oh yeah, almost forgot about the shining bolt, right? That should be pretty important. Bamboo branch. That's probably like a heal for like 5 HP kind of thing.
Here. Oh.
Surge of magic and skill. Oh wait, we can also get a flame shuriken, I think. Almost forgot about all the other bonus weapons. The Dragon Stone is 14 might and gives 4 defense. Going Great Knight gives you 4 defense, and the Bolt Axe also 14 might. Isn't that the same? It is, but Corrin's weapon ranks aren't very good. And also, there's only so many magical weapons to go around, regrettably. But you can double with it, actually. Wait, why did I invite Hayato? Oh, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Oh, I guess there's still this S support, which we're gonna hold off on.
Well.
So I should go and buy all the magical weapons I can, assuming I can afford it, which I probably can't, because Rev really doesn't give me much money. Look at the bamboo branch. It's preset healing. Actually, wait, yeah, mushroom staff and bamboo branch might actually be like incredibly good for us because it heals more than mend. And it heals more than Bloomfesto. Because we have like 0 magic. So the base healing might be a little stronger, actually.
Thank you
Than the comparable alternatives. So I think we can buy I think our focus should be on doing magical damage, because that tends to be what enemies are actually weak to. And like they generally expect you to have fewer lower magic generally. So flame shuriken is 9 damage. Okay. Need to sell some other stuff if we can. Our number of actual lance users is pretty low. Also think about master seals. Oh yeah. That's pretty important too. So I think we should promote Sakura, right? Sakura needs a promotion. Yeah, I think we probably don't need that many. Let's get a master seal for Sakura so she can promote and start using magic, which will be good because that means then she can actually do a surprising amount of damage. Because magic actually does wait, actually priestess might be better because of no, actually priestess, what does that give? Bows. It gives bows, but what skills does it give? Let's see. Renewal or counter magic. Okay, that's bad. So Iron Myoji gives magic plus gives tome bear, which is probably more useful for actually doing damage. Priestess gets rally magic. No, they don't. That's isn't that on Myoji? Yeah, okay. So I think rally magic should be pretty important. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Yeah, rally magic should be pretty good. Oh, fuck. Those noises again. Even after moving 3,000 miles, these noises continue to haunt us. Let's just give her the best tome I have, which is probably not as fire tome. Her rank isn't very good. That's fine. So Kimila has a bolt axe. She's probably the best user for it. We have our single 11 sword, and I think we should try to ration out our money because we can't even afford to get all the magical weapons we want. So we should wait until later. Alright. I think that should be... Actually, we should eat a meal, probably for defense or plus magic. I think plus magic should be good.
Speak up.
Because that way we can just get more damage.
Hmm?
Salty berries? Alright, so that hit not the people we want. I think it should be good to have it on Camilla and Felicia.
Hmm?
It's burnt? Oh fuck, I forgot Keaton is very bad at meal prepping. Am I keeping Corrin maidenless? I think it might be good to have like an Azura pairing just for more supports. Fuck. I'm not eating that. Revolting. What the fuck? What does this guy eat? Jeez. Every single one is revolting. And then I get no stat boosts. Oh, it's delicious. Okay. That's great. When he fucks up, that's when it's actually good.
Goodness.
That's great. Okay.
Wow.
Camilla, Sakura, Corrin, Felicia. Okay, I think it hit everyone that matters. That's great. Does Scarlet S rank take challenge grinding? You could do it if you plan out your paralogs effectively, but that's like a lot of effort. And I've also already done it, so why I don't want to do it again. Let's start the map.
Oh. Why?
Is this the map where they secretly find out King Garen is evil? By staying outside of his chambers and hearing that him saying, ha ha ha, I'm evil?
However.
Mary Setsuna? Setsuna isn't she just really bad in Rev? She still hasn't even joined yet. There's no time.
What?
Oh, this is actually that scene.
Father.
It's so stupid.
Father?
So why does this actually happen? I guess it's because he's being puppeted by the underground water dragon.
Excuse me. Yes. What? Listen.
The funny thing is he still doesn't believe him until you beat them up, right? Oh, what the hell's going on here?
Truly.
Wait.
The graphics are messed up.
Been a while.
What the hell is going on? I must have like accidentally deleted the wrong set of graphics, and I was like removing the Xander blush face that crashes the game.
Yeah.
That's not what it looked like yesterday when I was testing it.
Well. What?
No.
I might need to reboot so the graphics don't look like weird.
Understood.
Ready for an adventure? I am. Yay! I'm so happy.
Is this her only like? This is her cutscene, right?
Lady Elise.
And they also join.
It's team up time. Yeah. All right.
Graphics are fine now. Yeah, I think it was just that part. That's really weird. So we get like a million characters for this map. It's just a round map. And we also get even more characters after. Is it after or before? It's like this. You get like 6 chapters this map. 6 characters. Benny and Charlotte as talk recruits, Silas post map. So Benny is talked to with Elise and Charlotte is talked to with Elise. Okay. I think of these characters, only Elise and maybe Silas are worth using. At least because her personal is really good. And Silas because he comes at a much higher level. And he's also a user of shelter. Funny how Benny and Charlotte are like 10 levels higher than Arthur or Effie. Charlotte actually arrives at level 10, so she's not very good either. Arthur is at level 9, Effie is at level 8, Benny's at level 15. It's not our opportunity to capture like a nice general or something, but we probably don't need these guys. These guys aren't that good. 27 defense is pretty nice, though. I'm considering trying to capture one of these generals. Or 2 of these guys. Actually, if I do that, I need to build the prison. Right? I haven't even built the prison. I don't have any points for it. Okay, whatever. Never mind. So in that case, I guess we just play the game and we just push our whichever characters we want supports for. So pairings, we have Corin, I don't know, Corin Felicia, maybe Corin Azura. We have Kazi Camilla, Baruka Saizo, Kagro Takumi. Hinata is just Corin backpack. Sakura, okay, we have, I don't think we have all the pairings that we would want. That's probably fine, honestly. We have a 12 deployment. Yeah, that's fine. I think we could probably fill our slots with the child characters. This can't be that bad.
I see.
Let's grab our stuff. Physics staff, very nice. And then these guys on this side, I think, do 28 damage. Let's try to be safe here. And not bait too many enemies out. I think it's important for Arthur and Effie to get throwing weapons. I think I actually tossed all of my hand axes into a single hand axe with Baruka. So Arthur will be useless, but he could be a good backpack for now. Let's just bunch up. And I think maybe we put like Sakura here so that Camilla can pair up boost her way back into the formation. Miss. Okay. We're doing good. And let's pair it back on a Sakura so Camilla can boost herself back into range. And I think we can probably just hit this guy with a bolt. Oh, that's so much damage. Let's go. Yeah, Camilla's hit rate with the bolt axe is not amazing. I think it's because this guy's a sword. But the bolt axe is also like a little inaccurate. Very good. And she even gets XP. That's amazing.
What?
Wayne Vestal, which is like just a worse physic, basically. I think we should just do our best to try to push all of our supports as much as possible. Oh, wow. I think we're just getting to the point where we are actually surprisingly strong. And we can actually do damage. That's terrifying. So we need Sizo Baruka now. Actually taking advantage of Sizo's star will be pretty tough. Because getting rallies to work like that is not easy. Yeah, let's kill this guy. Stabs don't even sell for that much. I don't think Wayne Vessel is very, like, valuable. But it is probably worth selling. We can even, like, stack Elise here for even more defense. I think we already got this in the bag. You surprised Gunter's still holding on? Gunter is still really good just because all of his weaknesses were already weaknesses. Or rather, like, there was less, he was harmed less by the penalties because he had so little to lose to begin with. That's the best way to put it, I think. I think if we do it like this, we can actually do fine because these guys will then try to attack us over the wall. Maybe, can I use Ballista? So if we use the Ballista, it's 20 might plus, it's 21 might. And it actually, I think it actually does something here somehow. Not much. That was a waste of time. So I think the best way to do it maybe is I just have Camilla go over here and attack with the bolt axe over the wall. And the reason this is useful is that this buffs Corrin. Very nice. And these guys can try to attack over the wall with a javelin, but they won't crit, so it's actually completely fine. Elise probably should get away though. If I can get at least a strategist for that would be nice. I think this should just, we might be able to play the 2 chapters today, which is actually surprising. Yeah, these guys are much higher level now, so we can actually start leveling again. Oh, I forgot about the partition. Oh, fuck. Okay, it's good that they did that last, instead of doing it in a way that could kill me. Now this is tricky now, actually, because I think no one is not a single person that can actually survive multiple rounds of combat. Maybe what I do is I can't. This is not good, actually. Because if I'm surrounded, the only unit I have that can take hits is Corrin. And honestly, I'm feeling the lack of a general. I feel like I should maybe try to capture one. It's just so I can have a guy that doesn't instantly die. Yeah, these paladins are pretty tough to defeat. They're really strong. And what's worse is that their move is really good too, so they might have checkmated me just by destroying this barrier, which is pretty funny, but also very sad. Okay, if I take a Sizo Star here, that buffs Takumi by 4. Then that's still not enough to do anything. Okay, if I go here, I can lunge this guy out of the way. And apply a 3-person Savage Blow. That way, I might be able to do some damage. I can move up Corrin here. What is Sizo Star? It's a My Castle item that gives rally strength upon attacking, but has bad might. Yeah, I think I might be dead. I don't have any horse slaying weapons yet, right? I could have bought I should have bought a beast killer or something. But another way I could do it maybe is by trying to pump up enough stats, enough shield gauge. So if I attack from close range, now I die. So I think I do it like this. I just attack with a bolt axe, and I dance and do it again, and I have shield gauge. And that hopefully is enough to block up this area. Still not very good. Attack like this. So I can rally strength on Takumi. Yeah, I think I'm boned. Yeah, I don't know. There's no way out of this. I need to figure out a different plan of attack. Alright, Gancho's over there. It probably will be easier to start from the beginning than try to salvage the situation. Maybe I go to the upper left. Right? Because if I go up to upper left, then the number, or maybe the upper right. I need to find a place where I can make a 1-tile choke point. Yeah, Beast Stone is pretty bad. Oh, I messed up. Okay. We just don't have another high defense unit, which is unfortunate for us. Maybe we can try to drag Orochi out of the bench, but we don't even have a prison for this. And even then, it won't help us for this map. So we need to figure out a way where we can defend with only one kit that can actually take hits, which is still surprising. Somehow, still surprising. I could probably try using the fire orb a bit more aggressively, and that might help a little. Right? Because it doesn't depend on your stats. The problem is that if this partition breaks, I'm boned. I think in my previous attempts, I've gone just hidden in the upper right. But maybe we can try the upper left. I think that might be better because the enemies on this side are a lot weaker. But even then, they still have like 32 might. All of these guys have like 30 might. Even the unpromoted guys do a lot of damage somehow. Is it possible that we can make someone have high enough defense to survive a hit? I think Camilla could be a good candidate if we give her a defense tonic and a defense pair up, right? Because then she'll go up to 24, and then with some area rallies, we could probably bump her up enough to not die. So let's do it like that. Let's make Camilla into our off tank. Is Gar Naginata available yet? It is, I think. But no one can use it except for Corin, so that kind of makes it pointless. Oh, Felicia can use it, but she has like 11 defense, so it won't really benefit her that much. Flying to the water, most of the villagers don't matter. I don't think I have enough flying units to fully go into the water. And even if I do, then fighting all of the archers will be impossible. And Gar Naginata won't help here just because we don't have anyone that can use it properly. Camilla could if we reclass her into Wyvern Lord, but that would be inefficient because then she will lose out on some other things. So I think we just eat the tiny cost of one defense tonic. Did I beat Silas? This is chapter 14 still, so no, technically, I guess. Let's sell the Kodachi. Actually, we should sell the Steel Sword. I'm not going to use it. Steel Lance also probably not going to be used. We can probably afford to buy more things. I think mostly our tomes are just going to be fire tomes. Okay. So we can probably buy one more good weapon, which is probably maybe actually Beast Killer could be pretty good, I think. You tuned out. What went wrong? I got surrounded by paladins, and the problem is that it can only cover one choke point. Oh, the axe splitter, the splitter weapons. That could be a good option. Sword catcher. These do 21 damage, so they're just really good. And Pike Rune Club. Hunter's knife. That would be like 21 might. I don't think it's actually enough to do that much damage. I remember being disappointed by 109 performance in my conquest run. I think sword catcher. No, we don't have any lance units. Maybe like a Pike Rune Club could be pretty good, but we don't have any axe units either. Right, because Camilla is already using a bow axe, which is probably good enough. I'm pretty sure the enemies destroy the barricade is faster than normal. I think it's just because the barricade HP is lower. Is like, it's not. Wait, can they crit barricades? I feel like you can't. Beast Killer would hit the lance and sword pallies compared to the splitters. I guess the issue is then that I need my Beast Killer user to be able to withstand a hit, which might not be very possible, actually.
Thank you for coming.
Right?
Please.
It's possible that maybe I would need to reclass into a Great Knight and try to grind some weapon rank. Because the Dragonstone isn't doing much for me anymore, frankly. But I don't have any armor scrolls. And the, actually, wait, I probably could, yeah, I think that might be the play. So here's what I do. I buy a Beast Killer. Smithy, no. Actually, first, I reconfigure my meals to get plus defense. so I can buff Camilla, so she can also tank. The main issue here is that if I do this, it'll take forever. Yeah, Reyna and Gunter I think are my only Lance users. Oh, wait. I don't like this. That's bad. I think we go defense. Yeah, Felicia has it, but she can't withstand a single melee hit. And yeah, I used my armor scroll on Felicia so she could use Levin Sword. So we got defense on Felicia. We need it. We basically just need it on Camilla. The extra defense, that is. There we go. Extra defense on Camilla, and then probably we put a defense tonic on Camilla. Maybe an HP tonic. So then with a defense pair up, she has a lot of defense. Perfect. And I think what I do next is I buy a Beast Killer and I reclass Corrin immediately into a Grey Knight. The reason I do this is that I can go General too. Because Dragonstone just aren't cutting it anymore. That's the problem. I think Grey Knight is just better just for the weapon flexibility. Just so I can use the Yato maybe. Right? General doesn't benefit me that much except for maybe giving me better defensive growths, which could be worth it. But the general skills aren't very useful for Corrin. FE Fates class growths. Let me look something up. So general is 20 defense and 0 speed. Grey Knight is 5 speed, 20 defense. So they're basically the same actually. Except Grey Knight is a little faster. So I think we go Grey Knight just so we can get Luna maybe. Even though it's not very useful for us, frankly. General is not I think, yeah, let's just go Grey Knight. I keep forgetting that the noise keeps happening whenever these things show up. So the plan now is to spam lances until I get enough weapon rank to use a Beast Killer, which should be pretty reasonable because Corrin can tank everything indefinitely compared to most other characters. That's the wrong store.
Thank you.
And like, there's a lot of Nor has a lot of
Oh, welcome.
horses. So I think Beast Killer is only D rank. So we can actually probably get by somehow. Alright. Let's try it like this. Because we only need to, like... We should be pretty fast to get weapon rank on Corrin. Do I still have Invasion? I think I beat Invasion 1 already. The other thing I could do is I could, marry Corrin to Felicia, so I immediately have access to the Kana Paralog. And that would give me a Paralog immediately. Right? It's probably not worth it, though. Any plans for Silas? I think he'll be good just because Shelter is really good. I'm eyeing him more for like a Shelter usage than anything else. So I think what I do for Corrin is I just move out as like aggressively as I can with like a defense pair up. And I think Corrin is strong enough to not take any damage from anyone. So he can probably just like crowd out everyone until he gets enough weapon rank. Until he gets enough weapon rank to use the Beast Killer. Afterwards, he can just start killing. Right. I think we might want to put Effie or someone onto Camilla so she can kind of tank these guys. 26. She could survive one hit, probably. And I think these guys don't have ranged weapons. So if I add on stuff like Elise and, I guess not Felicia, because, Demoiselle doesn't activate here. For Camilla, regrettably. And I think we can probably make use of the fire orb. Well, that's so much damage. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, right, yeah. I forgot that the fire orb isn't influenced by your stats. So if I keep fire orbing, that should make things a lot more manageable. Right, this is something I did in Conquest Chapter 10, too. Silas gets plus 6 damage from Vow of Friendship. Vow of Friendship is too gimmicky to make work, in my opinion. Because tuning Corrin's HP is difficult and dangerous. Because being half health means, like, is very easily the difference between being one shot and not being one shot. It's very dangerous to use Vow of Friendship here. So I probably wouldn't want to do it. But I think what we can do is we can probably just, we can fire orb every single enemy that comes by. And that way we can make things a lot easier for ourselves. Veruca does damage? Damn. Does orb have friendly fire off? I don't think it damages your units. I don't think, but like I might be wrong. So I think what I can do now is I transfer here. Pair up here. Okay, I go here. I transfer Effie onto Camilla. I kill this guy. 4 damage is from her personal. Yeah, it is. And also, I guess the forged hand axe and strength plus 2. It all adds up. A little, kinda, sorta. I think, yeah, we can probably move up here to like bait these guys a little away. I want to bait this guy, so I think I move to this tile. Actually, this would be a good tile. So this way, all of these calves bunch up around Corrin. Yeah, Camilla gets crit for 3. It doesn't die. Amazing. Hello, welcome. And also, the Draconic Hex further ensures that Corrin doesn't take any damage. You're excited for Spy Shuriken doing some this run? Spy Shuriken was actually pretty important in Conquest. Just for the final map, though. But it was pretty important to moving fast. This guy has a javelin. Oh, man. He could kill me. He probably will. So, actually, wait. With this steel sword, if I swap to, like, a tome, maybe he doesn't do enough damage. Do I have any tomes on me? If I had one more shield gauge, this would be a cinch. Actually, wait a second. Can I fire orb this guy? It's not gonna do it. If I orb these guys, no. Corrin still needs to. He's getting a lot less weapon rank than I thought he would. Is Sakura an aura range? Oh right, I forgot about the Sakura aura. Yeah, Sakura aura will probably do it. Can at least survive one javelin attack. I don't think so. So I think this guy does 11 damage. If I heal... Okay, let's move everyone else to the corner just to free up some space. So I think I go here with Sakura, and I heal the Bloom Festo, or the, yeah, that's fine. I think at least just has to take a step back here. No two ways about it. And I think Camilla survives this. Because, this guy would do 11 minus 2 damage, so 9, 27 damage. He doesn't double. This guy can't reach. So we're probably fine. I think that should be fine. So I think Gordon only gets a maximum of 5 weapon rank per enemy. And I think you need 30 weapon rank to get to the next level, right? Ooh. Nasty. But we survive it. So that's all that matters. And I think now that this guy is isolated, we can just Savage Blow. We can poison strike the hell out of him. Oh, this is the perfect opportunity for... This is the perfect opportunity for Saizo's Star. I can buff my entire army +4. Oh, yeah. That's quite a bit. Maybe Baruka can even take the kill. 5 damage. I think with the Gunter attack, Savage Blow should get him into kill range by Baruka of all people. And that'd be pretty good. Yeah, let's go. Very nice. Now I think Camilla can just go up here and tank this guy. We should probably heal with Elise to try to level her up a little. And so we can probably insta-promote her to use, so we can get inspiration early. I'm trying to debate, still debating with myself whether or not I should use Jacob or Elise. I think Jacob will be better because doubling up on Demoiselle wouldn't be very valuable, but Elise's personal is also really good. But I'm not even... I kind of want to use Jacob, but I'm not sure if he's worth using at this point. Because then, I guess I could immediately reclass him so I can go for skills, but... I think... we're probably capped out against these guys. So we need to kill them. But that's pretty tough too now, because they're all like, bunched up. I guess I could just kill them slowly over the course of the next, like, 1,000,000 turns. And that would probably be fine. Let's charge with some shield gauge on Camilla. And I think you can have at least Jacob, so Jacob can be a Wyvern. Does at least give Jacob Wyvern? Interesting. It's because they're both Troubadours? That's interesting. I'm not sure how useful that will be, but it's still interesting. Let's push some support here. When I consider playing Abyssal Bloodlines, is a difficulty mod that buffs all routes to be a bit higher than vanilla Lunatic Conquest? Is that a Fates mod? I mean, maybe. I like Fates a lot, so I'm probably more partial to the idea of a Fates difficulty mod than any other. But maybe after this one, I don't know. I don't really know. Don't count on it, basically, is what I'm saying. So Corin's like mega surrounded now. And yeah, he has like no way of getting out. Why do these guys have more attack on? Why am I doing 0 damage? Oh, it's because, oh, this is so fucked. This is so fucked. What's happening is these guys, when they have lances, they only take 1 damage because of Draconic Hex, giving them -4. But on their turn, their defense ticks up 1 because of the debuff expiring and going to -3. So then I do 0 damage on enemy phase, while only doing 1 damage on player phase. That's fucked. That's actually so fucked. Oh, double Dragon Fangs. Okay. So I think probably the only way Korin's getting out of this is by me sneaking in a couple of sneaky fire orbs, which actually should be pretty possible. Let me see how I can do it. I think Gunter can fire orb. So like if I sneak over here to fire orb, can I get out of the way? And the answer is probably yes with like shelter dance, I think. But I'll need some time to set it up. I think even Camilla can do it. And basically anyone that can use tomes can use the fire orb, right? Isn't Gunter your only sheltered guy? Yeah, I can only do 1 at a time then. So I attack, I fire orb, sing with Azura, and shelter Azura. That's the plan. This is the right amount of scuff that I could put into a video. Oh wait, never mind. They got distracted. Wait a second, this is bad. It might have been better for Korin to be like on the lower area, so I could fire orb with impunity. But it's a bit late for that now because this guy's coming for me. I'm afraid. I need to run. This guy's scary. Shit. They're shooting the ballista at me. Hammer? Do I have a hammer? Does Rev give you a hammer yet? I don't think I have the free Rev hammer. I didn't buy one for sure. That was probably a mistake. But hammers actually don't do that much against generals. I was disappointed by like the hammer performance in Conquest. It kind of just puts you at like normal damage range. But then the problem here now is that they kill you by attacking you. So I think the first hammer you get is from the shop, but I didn't buy one. The next one is chapter 19. Yeah, I think I should be able to tank this guy with Elise nearby. And it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, survival-wise. Are the houses even in danger? No, they're not. They never are, I think. At least not in chapter 10. So you can just take your time. I think we could probably move Baruka nearby to leech some XP. I think he switched to his axe. They are in danger here? On this map? Oh, fuck. Reinforcements. Oh, that might be what the outlaws are doing. I'm not sure if this guy moved, though. It's trouble. I think we should be okay, though. We can have Gunter, Savage blow these guys. Yeah, that's good to know, but I think it doesn't really change how we operate here. Like, this outlaw is just using the ballista on me, so he's not doing anything sneaky. Yeah, Sizel's Star is actually surprisingly difficult to use properly, because you can't really use it unless the enemies are already on top of you and still benefit. You know what I mean? Okay, perfect. We got a Fujin Yumi kill here. We could probably pair up using Alicia, and we get another kill. Amazing. The two outlaws that break the houses. I think it might be these guys. I don't know. This guy hasn't really moved yet. This guy is just using the ballista to shoot me, so they can't be the ones that actually break the houses. So I think we can probably use Baruka here to just get some chip damage on this guy. And I think you can probably dance for Gunter to savage blow him too. The one you showed in the one on the right, this one, and there's another one over here, I'm guessing. Here, okay, good to know. I'll watch out for them. Once I kill some of these guys, I could probably move Corn forward to just seize the house. I have a shield gauge, which is good. Yeah, I think we should be okay. Yeah, that general's going down next turn. This one sucks, but it's kind of a mindless romp. I think here is less so, just because staying safe from all of the enemies that take 10 turns to kill is actually quite difficult. Like, in a normal run, you can kind of like steamroll through most of the enemies, but here is actually pretty tricky, in my opinion. So this thief is trying to break the houses. We'll probably just kill him, I think. What do I lose if he gets this house? It might be just worth... Actually, I don't know. I feel like we kind of want all the treasure. So the southwestern village is the Levin sword. Holy fuck, I cannot give up on that. That is actually like one of the most important items I could possibly get. But I might be a little fucked if I try to go for it. Okay, I think I might need to reconfigure my strategy here, because Corrin being stuck on this tile is actually not very good. He wasn't able to farm enough weapon rank, and he can't kill these guys quickly. I think what I might want to do is I might want to push Corrin down here, so I can get the Levin sword, and that way, with the Levin sword, he can kill the enemies around him more easily. Once he farms them for stuff. Because if the way this map is currently going, I'm losing the Levin sword. Like, I can't really reach this guy quickly enough to actually do anything to it. So it might be over for this run already. Baruka pair up with Takumi. Takumi probably could do damage, but I'm not confident in his ability to actually survive an attack. He also can't reach. Killing the fighter from the house tile. The issue is that anyone that could reach this tile probably dies to the outlaw. Except maybe Takumi, actually. Takumi probably could do it. Camilla, let me think about this. So I could pair up Takumi to Baruka, Baruka to Gunter, and then Gunter to Takumi, and then Takumi takes the tile. And then Takumi probably survives 27 damage. I think that actually could work, yeah. I need to get Sakura out of the way, though, so let's move over here. Rally, I don't know. I think I transfer away... Oh, I fucked up. Whatever. I hit this guy, and then I kill him with anyone, I think, with the pair up attack. Takumi goes over here. Switch transfers onto Baruka. I fucked up. It's over. I pressed the wrong button. And any plan I had doesn't work now. Oh, it's actually not over. Hear me out. I move down Baruka over here. I go over here. Switch. Transfer. Pair up. Dance. Switch. Attack. Visit. Oh, fuck. I visited with Arthur. He's dead. Wait. I messed everything up. I should have transferred to Kumi? But I put Arthur over there? What the fuck? Ah, damn it. It would have worked. It would have worked. It would have worked. But now it doesn't work because they're all dead. Arthur is fine to lose, but losing Baruka sucks because I want her to make another pairing. Damn it. Okay. That's disappointing. We gotta reset. But I think we have a much clearer idea of what we want to do now. I think also what we could do is that for emergency purposes, we could just give Corrin we can give Corrin the Levin sword so he can unstick himself from enemies that he can't kill, because he actually would do like a lot of damage compared to with the Levin sword versus whatever bullshit he has with him right now. Like, Felicia would have been nice to use it, but she can't really level up right now to get to the point where she can actually use it more effectively. So for now, Corrin should use it, and we can get our second one pretty soon. Let's try this again. So I think turn 1, what we want to do is we want to grab this place. What do we get from that wind festival? Okay, then we can shelter here to get out of the way. And then Corrin grabs a Hinata pair up and then moves as far as possible down. Just move down. Can I break this thing? Oh man, I forgot I have 0 strength. Breaking the petition is nearly impossible to do quickly. So I think... Okay, actually, I think I could probably just tank them while using the Levin sword. The beast killer would be nice, but at the same time is not strictly necessary. So we can fire orb some of these guys to soften them up. The goal here is to just use the fire orb as much as possible. But the issue, I guess, is that the enemies from the top left won't really be able to be distracted by Corrin if I go that far down. So Corrin is not going to get as much weapon rank this time, but should be able to kill these things more effectively. If I go here, if I break this, will they go attack for the bottom or the top? I'm not really sure. So I'll assume it will work out and it will not work out. Let's grab this. And I think what we can do is we can just try to push. Actually, there's only one guy here, so if we fire orb him sufficiently and kill him, we can grab the treasure, and as long as we're out of the way once the outlaw shows up, we should be okay, right? God, I forgot that the only person that can tank is the one I just used here to fight. Oh man. Okay, let's try this again. Why is this a route map? Because Revelation, it's easier to make a route map than the other maps because all you need to do is put like 40 enemies in the map and call it a day. This is going well. I think it actually is, despite what you might think. It's just a matter of that I feel like it's pretty rare to be able to just like beat a map in this challenge instantly. You know what I mean? Let's try this again. If we go up farther in, we can probably... I forgot to give the 11th sword this time. That's fine. I can spare a turn for that. Okay. I do like this. I think I start by equipping the bronze lance, and I farm some weapon rank. And once the enemies are exhausted of rank, I kill them. Visit this thing. One over there's a Wayne Festival, so we can delay getting that. I think it's more important to prioritize fire orbing these guys. So we do that. We shelter away Camilla. We pair up to get a second fire orb out. We move. I think we just don't get that one because it's the last one that would be hit by the outlaw. We unpair everyone so we get more actions next turn. 61 enemies, man. I'm pretty sure only specific enemies have the destroy wall AI. I think that's how it works. But I'm really not sure. But if my theory is correct, then what I can do is that I can fire orb these guys. This guy. Shelter here. Wait. I think I just danced for this. I danced for it this time. Because Gunter's movement is more useful. Action is more useful this turn. I think I have Baruka kill this guy. If she can. She can't. She probably can do it with like an Arthur pair up or something. So let's do it like that. Perfect. Speed, luck, defense. And I pair up Effie to Camilla, and we block this area with Camilla. Let's move Gunter down to a better position, and I think we start moving everyone into the alcove over here. And we need to prepare to so we can try to get the house down there. She has a lot of damage. I'm now a little afraid for this guy. Okay, he didn't double us, so we're good. That's expected. It feels really fast. I find it interesting how in Fire Emblem, most flying units' only weakness is basically just their vulnerability to arrows, and they actually aren't weak to anything else. All right, so I think now what I can do is I can probably move Corrin to a more favorable spot, and then I can farm more weapon rank. So this is going to be a little tricky here. I need to make sure that all these guys are in a spot where... Okay, I go here. I think Wait, I'm getting surrounded here. This guy's 8 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty scary. I think I could probably kill these guys, but I'm not sure how easily I can survive this guy over here. I have a shield gauge here, so that's actually probably fine. And if I use Takumi, then the shield gauge will protect me. Like, I should be fine from the other guy over there. So if I take the Arthur pair up, if I take the Arthur back, if I take the Arthur as backpack, that's going to be 10 damage. Where am I getting the other two? I need 2 more damage per hit. I'm not going to get it. This guy over here. Oh, I could probably just kill him with Camilla then. And then use a shield gauge to survive the next hit. Perfect. So Camilla survives the next hit with shield gauge. And Takumi would be able to survive the next hit just by, because the enemy will use a javelin, and that wouldn't do any damage. It wouldn't crit, at least. Now the question is, how do I survive this guy? He does 25 damage. And I think most of my actual durable units are on standby here. So maybe Baruka could take it, actually. Baruka with like some amount of defense should be able to do it. Yeah, so I go like this. I put Baruka Saizo, I guess. Over here. Gotta stay out of range of this guy, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, shit. That's really bad. I think this guy just kills me. So I think what I need to do. Oh, here's the play. I transfer this guy away, and I separate over here. Then I shelter a Zero. Then I move these guys in one tile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in 2 tiles, and that way Baruka is safely tucked away. Far enough away to not get hit by this guy. And then I only tank this guy. So then we're fine. We're good. Camilla tanks that guy. This guy nearly kills me, but doesn't. And now then everyone bunches up on court. That's great. Good turn. So now all I need to do is I need to kill that paladin. And then, kill that paladin, move Camilla to the upper right and heal her. And then I need to figure out a way to deal with thieves. So this should be pretty easy because he doesn't have a ranged weapon right now. So I can just go to town on him with all my poison strikers. Perfect. Poison strike. Poison strike. Fly in with another poison strike. Probably should have used Saizel's star there. But I think we're okay. And then Takumi finishes him. Great. Amazing. Good turn. Now we need to deal with this guy, which is probably just sending Camilla up here to block. Let's move Sakura a little bit away. Actually, we could probably afford to heal right now. Oh, this guy does 0 damage. How'd that? Oh, 26 defense, right? So we can just attack immediately and then heal. This way we're a bit more turn efficient. Heal with Bloom Festal. Heal with Mend. Perfect. We'll keep grinding more Lance Strength over here. And I think now we prepare to try to get this treasure over here before the other enemies can get it. So we should probably get Takumi ready. The idea would be to have Takumi move into attack or something like that. Or maybe Camilla. Oh. Yeah, so let's see. That's going well. Okay, another paladin is moving in. That's bad because the paladin can actually do damage. I think we actually should be fine though if we this guy's Iron Lance. So actually we should be okay. This guy will probably hit us with a bunch of so as long as we we need to kill this guy and we'll just need to get the treasure. That's easier said than done. And also, wait, yeah, I think here now the issue is that this wall is broken, so we can't easily move in. The 2 mercenaries are about to show up. That's a good point. Thanks for the warning. I think we can just kill this guy, right? Let's separate. I messed up. Whatever. Let's just kill this guy with Gunter. Gunter could use some XP, I guess. And I think we avoid. We're getting higher on Lance rank, which is nice. But what's not nice is the amount of enemies that are near Camilla. So I guess we should just unpair everyone here and prepare to fight the reinforcements. Maybe if we can block them, that would be nice too. But I doubt we can. Because they're kind of walking on to the map. There's not really like a hard and fast rule for how that works. It's just like a matter of like, did they mark it as that? How sure I think my streaming schedule will change now that I'm on a different time zone. Not much. I've only been for a long time. I've only been streaming on Saturdays, and that might be even more true now, just because job, you know. But I could probably stream more often, like during normal hours on weekdays, possibly, because it doesn't intersect. Like I could probably stream at like 6 p.m. Eastern after work, possibly. I think we're nearly at the weapon rank threshold. And once that happens, we can just start killing everyone. But we might have milked these guys dry. So we have 1 or 2 more turns. Did I block the reinforcements? What turn is it? It's turn 6. So let's see, orders. On turn 6, 2 outlaws, 1 from the western port. Okay. Turn 6 is the reinforcements. And turn 8 is the mercenaries. So turn 6 are the outlaws that break things. Okay. So we have some time. So I think what I do here is Savage Blow. It might be better to back up here actually. And to get more room for more things, but yeah. Let's debuff this guy, and I think we can probably just kill him now. Yeah, I was wrong. I think we just keep going with the debuffs. Paladins are so tanky. It's really quite frustrating how difficult they are to kill. All right. Hunter's knife? I didn't buy one. And I think the issue with the hunter's knife is just that it's risky to put ninjas anywhere near anything. And I think even like in my other playthroughs, Hunter's Knife kind of underperformed. But that was mostly because, I guess, of the enemies I was facing, which was mostly like Kitsune. I'm so close. But I'm not sure if I'm already like out of weapon rank against these guys. I guess I just gotta keep trying, I guess. If I get it, then it's great. If not, then I guess we have to start killing these guys. This Hunter's not even have base damage scale with it. It's got like 7 or something like that. So it's not bad. It's not anything super amazing though. How am I doing no damage to this guy? How is Gunter doing some damage, and while Camilla can't do anything? Oh, it's probably because of Camilla's +3 damage from the aura. That's funny. This guy's trouble. 37 damage. I think he might be able to kill us. Hand axe? I think I got out of the way and I tried to use the Kumi. There we go. That's a kill. This guy has 37 damage, so with the axe. So in other words, if I get to I take 33 damage from this hit. So if I healed a foe, and these guys are mega debuffed. So what I could do is I can move up 2 tiles and then heal. The benefit of this being that these guys will be distracted and move away from Corrin, so that Corrin can like find some fresh enemies. So I could hit this guy for shield gauge. If I move up 1 tile. So here's what I could do, actually. I have a physic. I could use the physic. The issue is if I move up, I'm getting hit a lot more. Well, actually, I'm not. Even if I go here, only 2 enemies can hit me. So if I attack like this, here's what happens. This guy can't kill me in 1 hit if I heal a foe, and these guys can't do anything because they are so debuffed that they do no damage. So they might not even want to attack me. So I move up, I heal with Mend, get +3 defense from Lily's Poise. Go over here, get +2 defense from Sakura. Whatever her personal skill is. Quiet Strength. That's a strange name for a defense, for a damage reduction aura, but okay. And then this way, what happens is either this guy, one of these guys, whiff their attack on Camilla, and then this guy hits me for the 33 damage, or the next guy does it. And that should be fine. Okay, so that's great. Actually, if it's done this way, it works even better. It's that Sakura's quiet, I guess. I'm just trying to think because, like, I mean, I guess it's just that Rose's Thorns and Lily's Poise are more recognizable because people actually care about using them. Unlike Sakura's Aura and the others, because they just aren't as important or like impactful gameplay wise. Yeah, let's go. We got enough rank. It's time to start killing. That is so much damage. Oh my god. Beast killer when there are beasts to kill. A hunter must hunt. Amazing. Just what the doctor ordered. Now, yeah, I think now I think we got it in the bag. I think the reinforcements show up here now, so we can try to block them, I guess, or at least be in better position to fight them. You think Sakura's aura is the best of the four? It's definitely, I don't know, I think Hinoka's rallying cry is pretty good too. But the issue is that in Birthright and Rev, you don't really need it. The +2 doesn't matter nearly as much in a game where like you can just win by having higher numbers. In Conquest, the little bits of extra advantage matter a lot more. So that's why like they're so more highly valued. And I guess they're even more valuable in this run because sources of damage and damage reduction are quite rare generally. So like it's the impact is disproportionate, of course. It's mostly a matter of like the game, you know. Oh, so these guys don't get blocked; they just walk on anyway. So I think what I can do is I can probably move over here, and I can grab the house with the 11 sword. Great. Now I think now all I need to do is just farm, right? Only thing left to do is farm. Oh, what a great feeling that is. One problem though is that I think I might be in a bit of a spot of trouble here because I think it might be hard to kill these guys without being in range of the outlaw. I don't think the outlaw will attack because he's probably got special AI to target the house. But yeah. You agree with Birthright, but Sakura can be very helpful in Rev. Yeah, aura stacking has always been very good in Fates. I think I attack like this with the hand axe to get the kill. I missed. Oh fuck. We are in trouble. We've got trouble. I think with all that hubbub, I think I might have messed up here entirely, and we might be dead. Attack with Camilla here. No one can tank this guy. Shit. And I wasted my dance action. $18. I can't kill this guy. Oh, I have a free staff. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use the free staff. I'm saved. Now I need to run from this guy, which should not be too hard. Okay. 30 minutes of effort saved. Perfect use of the free staff. And if I move, I think I'm only hit here by the ballista, so we should be okay. All right. Okay, we're good. No damage. Okay. Outlaw moves away. I think we're good now. Okay, we're good. We just need to kill this guy, grab the treasure. I think we equipped 11 sword now. So we can do more damage, generally speaking. Oh, hey, that's Norian Village Girl. Fan favorite character. So I think I go here. Poison strike this guy. Do another poison strike. Probably save state. Nah, I'm fine. I think we can get the kill with Camilla. Yeah, we survive easily with the shield gauge. You couldn't pay me to do Birthright, nor without Roma or some other 1-2 range Juggernaut. Yeah, Birthright is pretty kind of boring in the final maps because of... for a variety of reasons, right? One of them being that it's just like... it's just tiring to fight all the enemies. I don't know, it's kind of strange because Conquest isn't unlike that too, but like... At the same time, it's a lot more fun. Right? Like Hinoka's map, you can just fight a lot of guys, but it's a lot more fun. Probably because you can kind of do it at your own pace. Conquest's map structure is mainly one where the player gets to be proactive while the enemy is reactive. And I think that's more interesting. And like because you can kind of take your time to crack open a defensive formation. And that's a lot more interesting than being like kind of overwhelmed by waves of enemies that move at you, right? And like when the enemies move at you, like the best way to do it is just to like find a place where you can spam and turn, basically. Where like if you're forced to move into like formations that you can't attack into safely, you really have to think a lot more in terms of like how to tackle a situation, right? It's like being able to like camp outside of a door and shoot everyone that goes through in, or being forced to go inside of a house and then like doing like door breaching tactics and stuff, right? And that's the difference, right? The difference is that attacking into an enemy is much harder than defending against enemies that move at you. And it's also more interesting, right? And like, oh fuck, I lost the other house. What was in the other house anyway? I think it was just a master seal, right? Okay, that's fine. I think I probably wouldn't have been able to get it anyway. And so it's not great to lose gold, but it is what it is. Yeah, Southeast Village is master seal. I probably could have gotten it if I really hurried, but it's I don't want to load this map up again. But I think I should go and try to get the other village while I'm here. And I guess we just train our units on all the stragglers. I think the Master Shield is worth it just because 2,000 gold is 2,000 gold. And like, all my guys need to be promoted anyway, right? So eventually. I need to move some people around. Not worth risking at this stage, yeah. Maps are things get a lot trickier than I was initially anticipating. Speed luck res, not bad. But I think we should be fine as long as we hole up in the upper left and have Korin kill all the enemies that are actually threatening. Top right house's rate is Wayne Fistal. Yeah, that's like 1,000 gold. Might as well get it if we can. Because at this point, we're not really in a dire situation. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so plan is we block this guy. I think Camilla actually we can probably give her some levels because she levels a lot faster than most other characters because of her low internal level. It would be good to just get more rank so we can get more damage from it. I think maybe one thing we could do is we could probably try to grind more Lance rank. That way, Korn can use the boat Naginata, which I think is like just so we can spread out our magical weapons a bit better. Yep. Not to mention the guard Naginata. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty important, just for the purposes of survival. But I think Korn's got enough defense at this point. 36 is a lot. I think we're probably gonna hit cap, and if not, we can patch it up with Dragon Shields, Draco Shields. I never know if it's Draco Shield or Dragon Shield depending on the game. Is there like a? Do you guys know like if it's like it's Draco Shield in this game, right? Or like am I just wrong and like it's like completely simple and there's not actually any difference here? I don't know. Are you guys aware of the distinction? Is Draco and Fates? Which games is it called the Dragon Shield? I feel like it isn't, right? Isn't Dragons from Awakening onwards? I think it might be just Sacred Stones, right? Yeah, so it's okay, so it's Dragon Shield in Binding Blade and Sacred Stones. Okay, so just because my memory is skewed, just because I played a lot of Sacred Stones. It's basically just only the GBA games. I see. Okay, now that Korn's back, we can kind of just tank, I guess, right? 0 damage. 0 damage. Dragon Fang. You love to see it. I think. Let's just equip the Level Sword over here. Then figure out how we can slowly farm XP for all of our units. That's the most important thing now, is just to get XP. And also, more importantly, support rank. So, I think we have more than enough turns to do it. But it's pretty important that we get, yeah. Nice. I think now we should be good, because all these guys are just stuck. And you can probably farm XP by using like shenanigans. Yeah, we can finally give Felicia the other 11 sword, and she can attack for 0 damage. No way, it's actually a lot more than 0. So I think I dance attack. I attack here for XP. I dance. I attack for more XP. It's actually not that much. Then I shelter, I think, just to get away. I shelter here. I move away here. I think I can transfer away if I do it right. Transfer, separate. Go here, transfer, separate. Then I can do it again next turn. This is the perfect formation for getting free XP on my characters. Can't wait for the step vids. Yeah, I think I'm not sure how soon I want to start making those, because I kind of want to make a bit of a backlog. And maybe just so I can get them out more consistently. Like, since I went on hiatus, I guess it might be better for me to make a bit of a stockpile before I start posting again. I have some other ideas I've also been working on, but we'll see how those go. So I think I can probably give Felicia her next level, which will probably be Seal Strength, I think. No, I think it might be Darting Blow. I don't remember. Maybe one of those. More essays would be cool. I have some essays, and that's what I want to do. Because, like, I found that, like, when I do essays, like, I kind of, like, have, like, good ideas for, like, a month, but then I just run out of steam. And then I just go back to making, like, the more procedural, step-based content, you know? That's more easily to put out more consistently. Like, those are videos I can do in a day, right? Which is pretty important when you're doing them consistently over a shorter period of time. So I think what I can do here is I can equip the Beast Killer, but not attack with it. But then because it's equipped, I can use it as a vehicle. Oh, this guy's a javelin. I think if I wait one turn, this guy's debuffs will decrease by 1, and thus he will not be he will not be killed by the Beast Killer. Is Draco's shield in all official translations? I thought it was Dragon's shield in Sacred Stones. I'm probably wrong. I don't know. Alright, so I think we can attack here, and we can get the kill with Felicia. Great. Dragon Shield is only unofficial translations? I see. Speed Luck Defense, and we get Seal Strength, which is pretty good. You can get rid of Resistance +2, probably. I think, especially since once we get Life and Death, Felicia is never going to be able to take a hit ever again. So we need to change our expectations in accordance with that. I think I go here, I equip the... I'm going to use a Beast Killer just so I can kill all the enemies that aren't the Paladin. Is Dragon Shield on GBA? Okay. So I'm not wrong. More Paladins, more reinforcements over here. That's fine. That's actually pretty tricky then. Wait. Can I do something with Felicia, finally? 5 damage. Okay. I love to see it. Amazing. That's trouble. I think what I wanted to do is I wanted to feed the archers to Felicia. Okay, I'll kill this guy. Yeah, that's not even that much XP. These guys don't have ranged weapons except for the javelin, but I think I can survive a javelin hit. Perfect. Now these guys, only this guy can hit Felicia. I'll throw a gunter parab at her so she doesn't get parab attacked and crit. And I think for these guys, I could probably just defend with just Camilla. 23 versus 28. I need a defense pair up. I don't actually. I think Baruka can defend here. I put Baruka pair up with on to Camilla, and that should be sufficient to take no damage. Never joined an Excel stream before, but seeing this, it really sinks in the amount of time it takes to do all of this. Yeah, I think it's most of each individual episode oftentimes encapsulates 2 to 3 hours of effort of gameplay, so it's highly compressed most of the time to the amount of parts that are more interesting. Three houses, 3 houses is called Giant Shell. Really? That might just be because that's the counterpart of the Draco Shield, boosting defense by +2. Interesting. I didn't realize that the Dragon Shield, the Draco Shield, was something different in 3 houses. That's probably because I never really cared too much about stat boosters there. I guess the thing is that 3 houses has a very flexible definition of dragon, right? And that tends to be the case in in some of the later properties where like dragon just kind of means like vaguely lizardish being that a human transforms into. But it's not really, you know. I think we can keep feeding kills to Felicia here. Yeah, we gotta get away here, I think. Yeah, let's just let Corn kill all these guys. Today you watched the FEA 1 durability run and you can't imagine how long it took. I mean, you can find out how long it took by looking at the stream VOD lengths. Often uses a dragon when it means deity. I guess, like, it's just like, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I mean, just even across multiple different sources of mythology, dragons are. There's a big variety there. These guys all have javelins. That's bad. So I think it's best if I just back up here, so they can't all hit me out. So that way they get choke pointed, and it's easier to get XP off of them. So I think we can get another kill with 11 sword here. That's great. Nice. That's a lot of XP. I think this guy has a steel sword, so if I equip a beast killer, if I don't use it, this guy will go down to 2 HP next turn, allowing for the perfect feeding kill. The alternative is I could, yeah. So I think let's just do it like that. The combo line tactic was cool. Oh yeah, that was like that was probably one of the most fun parts of the run. I don't have another friendship seal in the convoy. I think I had one there. I could probably, yeah. I think we can get. You probably get life and death now. Or you can probably go to sword fair now. Is anyone else getting jumps in the stream? Was it just you? I don't know. I think I have a new streaming setup now, and I'm not sure if it's consistent. That's a pretty good level up. I think it says I have a good connection, so I'm not really sure. Life and death. You'd love to see it. I guess we're getting rid of Demoiselle. I guess Elise can do that now. Well, not yet. And we can probably reclass Swordmaster. That's so much damage. Oh, man. Let's go. 15-15. Amazing. That's what we're talking about. We can now actually do damage. This is a historical moment. Wait, did I mess up? Did I accidentally get in range of the enemy? Nope, we're okay. Okay. Oh, I can even give Sizel a kill by pairing up off with Felicia. If only Takumi could also get it. I mean, he probably can, right? If you give him a samurai, samurai partner like Kana, then he can go samurai and then master of arms. So I think I go here. I go to the convoy. And I grab my other friend heart. So I need a friend seal. Yeah, I guess we're not getting it. We're not getting it this map. Doesn't he already? Huh? I don't know. Why Felicia over Jacob? Felicia's personal is a lot better for early maps than Jacob's personal because the extra damage matters a lot. She also has high resistance, which allows her to deal with enemy mages. Jacob's strength, kind of gets penalized a lot more in this challenge than Felicia does. The secondary Spearmaster? Makes sense. Alright. How do I get rid of this guy? I don't want to, but I guess we just have to beast killer him. Or we could do something with Camilla. I think Camilla could probably tank him and then slowly take him out over the course of the next million turns. And we get a lot of XP out of it too, so we might as well, right? Oh wait, we actually don't die to this guy because javelins can't crit. Even though we take life and death damage, we don't take instantly lethal damage. That's good to know. Still do die from this though. If I put at least adjacent, we get +1 damage, and that's enough to kill. Perfect. Whew, great, got it. And now all the rest of the enemies just move in, and we can take care of them slowly. No sense in rushing now. So these guys have 25, 28. So I think, yeah, let's go and swap out Baruka here. So we can train Baruka again. We probably should also put Kaze on Camilla just to pump up the supports. Sword for this map? We don't have another Frencio. So not yet, no. Only 7 more turns of reinforcements? I didn't even notice. Things are just taking so long anyway. Oh, did you miss? When did you leave? Because you probably didn't really miss very much at all. But so far we got the treasure and we managed to get the beast killer, which turns on our effective damage. So we can now the rest of the map isn't too bad. Very good. Camilla should get level 5 soon, which would be really good.
Oh.
Because then we get another Savage Blow user. I think we also reclass. Maybe we probably once we can, we partner seal Kaze into a Malignite ASAP. Right, we can probably just fast forward this now. It's taking care of these paladins is really just gonna take a while. They're really tough enemies to deal with. I think this is what we can do. We can have Camilla in the back and Corrin in the front. Camilla can take hits from the like that, and then we can so here's the trick, I guess. Is it worth it to reclass Kaze into Samurai? Probably not. There's not enough skill space to do everything we would want to do. Right. Sword Fair, like Kaze doesn't have enough things to going for him in some of these departments to make it worth doing. So I think we hold off on training Felicia now, because she's already gotten all the skills she can, and we just train other characters like Camilla. How's my Moser this run? Benched, regrettably, and she is mega benched. It's impossible to get her off the ground in this run. And also the other thing is just that Takumi's just better in nearly every way, and Mose's advantages don't come online for a long time, which is life and death, the whole big setup, right? And Takumi has enough plus damage in his base kit, and we can also get him to replicate with a Kagero, that I think there's merit to that. Yeah, I guess the thing is that, like, in Birthright, Takumi kind of fell off because he wasn't Ryoma, and obviously you can't use him in the other routes. So I think this is one of the routes where he really shines in this challenge. I don't normally use Takumi just because of my runs, I guess. No reinforcements? That's fine. I think we get certain blow pretty soon, which is nice, but not very needed. Hand axe. Okay, let's savage blow these guys, and that way we can get a kill with the hand axe on Baruka. Use Takumi for content in the end game. What are you talking about? I mean, Takumi is just a good character here. Who else needs XP? Which game has my favorite class line system? Those games have next to no freedom, and then there's 3 houses. The answer would obviously be Fates. Fates has the most developed and interesting gameplay system just in general. Like, there's no contest, in my opinion. We just had to kill this guy with a Felicia pair up. So let's trade over the 11 sword here to do more damage, and then we attack with a we transfer here and we attack with a Felicia pair up to get the kill. You'd like the engaged classes better, but base classism is more involved. I don't know. I think the engaged class system, they're just better classes most of the time, and I think it's not as interesting when there's just like the best melee class and the best mage class. You know what I mean? The fact that I like engaged a lot, but Fates definitely has a stronger case of customization most of the time. Engage's strengths are mostly in like all the cool stuff you can do with emblems. It gives you like a lot more power and flexibility than you normally do in Fire Emblem games. Yeah, like Awakening doesn't quite do it that well because things kind of blend together, whereas in Fates, like there's lots of reasons to use most of the classes, and like even if you don't end up in them, you still benefit from them existing because you can grab skills from other classes and keep them. and the paths to those classes are sufficiently restricting that like you really can't like unless you mega grind and do things, it's really not affordable to do a lot of the strats you want to do, which I think the limitation adds a lot to it. Like the fact that you can't do everything that you want to do makes it much more interesting that when you can actually do something. I guess like for sure, like you can grind it out in like skirmish maps, but you can always do that, right? And when you're playing more normally, it really feels like there's a lot more to it. Let's keep grinding some Lance rank, I guess. Awakening has a lot of reasons to use many classes and skills on Lunatic Plus. I guess, but Lunatic Plus is kind of a different beast. And even Lunatic Plus kind of defaults a little. Awakening has its own problems separate from the class system, which is like still kind of quite similar to Fates. It's like second, it might be like, I would call it second best, but it's pretty close to Fates just because of like what you can do with it, right? Alright, let's keep training Camilla here. Not having to grind weapon ranks makes engage your favorite. Yeah, that's a good point. Weapon rank grinding is kind of antiquated. But I guess like I kind of like that it exists, but not in the way that it exists in most games, right? It would be nice if you could just like buy weapon rank or something, like you in the way you can buy bond level. That would be interesting. Because like I think originally they probably intended that you couldn't buy bond rank in engage. I feel like the system, with the way it's built, I feel like what you probably would have to that was that game's form of weapon rank. I feel like in like mid testing or late testing, they had to abandon that because they realized that it would be absolute shit if you had to manually grind bond rank for every character. Is Awakening the only Fire Emblem game that has a grindable endgame super boss level, like Apotheosis? I think Shadows of Valentia has one, but with the Thebes Labyrinth. But I've never played it, so I can't really comment much on it. Step 1, remove E rank. How to fix weapon ranks. Step 2, you gain weapon rank when enemy uses it on you. I think it's more. It would be easy. It would be better if you could just like buy arm scrolls, and like the idea of training weapon rank would just be to save cost, right? Like, I would not be opposed just having like a weapon rank trainer in the base that you could spend like 1,000 gold for one rank, something like that, right? And that way you could kind of get going on bad characters more easily, right? I generally actually I would not be opposed to the idea of spending gold for XP in general. As long as like gold is sufficiently like limited, right? Something like the training grounds in FE12 would actually be really nice. Like, but the issue with training grounds in FE12 is that in higher difficulty, you literally cannot use them more than once or twice per character because the enemies scale too hard. As in, like, literally, like, every time you fight a guy, the next guy gets, like, extra stat points. To the point where when you're fighting the 5th guy or so, you literally cannot beat them, ever. The main thing I'm thinking about here is just that, like, I kind of want a way to be able to expend resources onto a bad character to make them usable. That's what I'm thinking. Something like bonus XP, I guess. Right? Basically, I want another system that lets you get XP outside of, like, normal combat, and I want it to not be a skirmish. Do I think an FE Octopath Traveler crossover game will be successful? Absolutely not. Crossover games, like... Crossover games aren't great most of the time. Something like the training structure where you can buy levels, but you can't exceed your highest level character. Yeah, maybe something like that. I don't know. These are just idle thoughts. Because like the most important thing I like about Fire Emblem is the nature of resource management. And adding more things for resources to do, I think is interesting. Mini games for XP? No, I'm not. I do not want there to be a mini game. I want there to be a menu where you can spend your other resources for XP. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It can like, but the idea would be that you can kind of, I don't know. Basically, bonus XP is really interesting. I kind of want some of that back. So I think I go here. I think I just move up one with a beast killer. And I start attacking with from range. I take some damage, that's fine. A menu game.
No other.
Menu that needs. Oh wow. Is personal actually activated? That's so much damage, man. 16 damage. Holy crap. I think it's also interesting, like, Fates has a lot of interesting systems where, like, you can't grind things, right? Like, weapon rank is limited. You have to carefully allocate how you want to get it. Support points are limited. You have to carefully allocate your map time to do things. And I think that's pretty interesting, but that's only because I'm doing, like, a challenge where all that matters. Most of the time, it's just kind of a pain. Frankly, most people don't spend 3 hours playing the map because they don't need to. And then when they don't need to, like, it's because there's just no purpose for spending all that time on a single chapter. Basically, like, there's like a lot of depth, but only for like weird edge cases like this one, where I'm kind of designing the thing here, right? Why not put arm scrolls in the shop? A price that you can't just blow all your money on them. Honestly, even if you could always buy an armor scroll for 8k, that would, like, most people wouldn't buy them. But I think more armor scroll availability would be nice, generally speaking. I don't know. I feel like maybe just like giving you 2 to 3 armor scrolls early in the game would be nice. What the hell, EX? Is this possible? Yeah, I think so. I mean, Conquest was 0 strength was possible, and Birthright with enemies having 100 crit was possible. So logically speaking, Revelation with 0 strength and enemies having 100 crit should be very possible. What are my thoughts? Or what are my thoughts on Engage's story? I don't really think about Fire Emblem stories very often. I haven't thought about like the story since I played it for the first time for the most part. And I mostly just kind of find like all the story arguments to be kind of a little annoying. Because it's in the same vein as people who are arguing about like sales figures and like their tribalistic game versus game mentality, which I find to be not really what I want from what I like about the series. I derive little joy from like the internet blood sports that most people seem to like actually want to talk about. I mean, I guess like I say that, but then every time someone talks badly about 3 houses, I kind of just like I jump into the pool, right? I think everyone just kind of wants someone else to like point and laugh with them, you know? That's fine. But I feel like when you're a streamer or a YouTuber, you're exposed to a lot more of that than is normal. And it comes to you even if you don't want to engage in it. And that's why I find it a little annoying. Okay, let's bait these guys. If it was good, it'd be worth talking about. I disagree. Because thing is that no matter how good a story is, it's only worth talking about for so long. And oftentimes, the best stories are ones where there's nothing more to say. Engagement-based discussion is, in my opinion, not necessarily a virtue of a story. I think the best stories are ones where, like, you read it and like everyone gets it, and there's just no more needed to talk about it. But then I guess the issue then is that everyone who does talk about it are the people who like don't, who are like barely literate. Is there no turn limit in this game? Nope. This fandom needs therapy? No, this fandom needs more games. It doesn't matter how good a series is. If there's no new stuff, then it's doomed. You don't need therapy. You don't need universal basic income. You need more games. Literally nothing else would matter for this fandom except more content. The reason is that more content, it brings more normal people into the fray, which means that there's less, all the weird people are crowded out just by the sheer volume of the normal people. And then that's the only way to make a fandom heal or like evolve, is to bring in people who aren't like constantly, who aren't like no life fans. Excel is pro-normie? Not necessarily. The idea here is more that, like, there needs to be, like, a balance of the population. You know, kind of like how there's, like, a cycle of predator-prey populations? Like, wolves and rabbits. Wolves eat all the rabbits, and then suddenly, as a result of there being no rabbits, the wolves start dying off. And then, as a result, because the wolves are dead, the rabbits can grow in population again. This is kind of like that. Except the problem is, like, when the rabbits like stop existing because there's no new games, the wolves eat each other and the population drops even further. The hardcore no-lifers needed like a population of normal people to like show off to. And when they don't exist, like it's all like it gets very boring. Because like all the people who are really into something are also extremely picky about what they want. And so like I think things kind of narrow a lot. So we need to bait out Charlotte so she doesn't die and we can recruit her. So I think Charlotte, she's kind of bad. She's just really bad, man. Her personal doesn't do anything because there aren't really many female enemies. And fighter backpack is actually a pretty nice idea, but that means we have to use them. And I think most of the issue then is also that fighter backpacks really can't be used by characters like Takumi.
But basically, like a lot of for there to be a successful fandom, I think there needs to be like a big enough audience for people to think it's worth doing stuff for it. For instance, like just think like one example is like Reddit activity, right? The Fire Emblem Reddit is kind of dead these days, and so like there's no reason if you want to make a social media presence to put stuff on the Reddit. And then when all the fun and interesting people leave with who make art and all and other interesting things, then no one wants to stay, right? The only way to actually inject new people into an old media series is to add new media. In my opinion. I think a successful fandom also needs enough content that has people can have diverse opinions on, like shipping. Yeah, I think it's very important. Fire Emblem succeeds mostly as a media property that has multiple different angles of attack, right? It has the strategy gameplay, it has your 2D characters kissing, it has story, it has all these things that many people from different backgrounds can enjoy. And like when enough people are mashed into like the same like cross section, then people can also find interest in like the other things in the other aspects. I think that's very important for a healthy fandom ecosystem. But all of it is predicated on like there being enough people existing and there being new content. All right, let's kill this guy. I think we can probably do it with I think Felicia can kill this guy. Instant kill 11 sword. You love to see it. There's two pretty good ships on screen right now. Yo. Fire Emblem crossover with Kantai collection. When?
Oh, what a pain in the... Well...
People complained when Engage had no paired ending. Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't have paired endings, because that's like, I feel like paired endings are like the most cost efficient way to add like interest in the character. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like 95% of like what people do is like of character of output, right, is based on like those 2 to 3 lines of text that you put at the end of the game. Like, I'm generally surprised that they didn't add something more for that. And like it costs nothing. You don't need to animate for it. You don't need to do anything for it. You don't need to draw a picture. All you need to do is like write 3 lines about how these people had their special happily ever after ending, and then people can let their imagination run wild. Like, I'm generally like, it was such a poor decision to not add that extra little bit of text when they have all this other like other dialogue that they recorded for like every single bond conversation combination for the emblems, which they drip feed you through like over 40 hours, because actually getting all of them is such a pain in the ass. I mean, that's the nature of most support conversations, but I guess like people just don't have time for that shit these days, I think, is the best way to put it. I think it's nice when people get invested into characters, because then it just matters a lot more for everyone involved. And the gameplay can only really carry like discussion so far, because honestly, Fire Emblem games that it's hard to replay them for most people, because it's another 60 hours down the drain, I guess. And that's not something that most people can do lightly. And often, frankly, 95% of the time, you should just play. You should just play a new game. And that you will probably get the most enjoyment out of that, honestly. Novelty is so important, even more than most other factors that make a game good. AKA play Burwick Saga. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. That's why casuals love New Game Plus, because it lowers the cost of continuing to play. Yeah, it just adds more hours to the game that are different. Sure, like I guess you're super overpowered for it, but I guess most people who like aren't playing the game for like a challenging experience, that's not really too much different from what they were doing before. There's nothing wrong with that. Like it is always nice just to be able to have more of a game. But I guess the issue there is that if you add more of a game, it really can end up dragging on too long. And that would be like a negative of the game. Right? It's like what if like every movie that was famous suddenly had like
All right.
3 more hours after the end of the movie, and it just kept going. I think people would be right to say that would kind of suck. Even if the first 2 hours are like the best thing ever, but if there's like 3 tax on hours that suck, that would sour everyone's opinion of the game. It's kind of like how like most like a lot of board games, right? This might be like the worst analogy possible, because no one here is gonna get it. But like that's why a lot of board games that have like Euro board games that have engines, they kind of end just as the engine gets going, but before like the game becomes nothing but spinning the engine to get more points, right? Because most of the game is setting the thing up, and like it's more important that you're kind of like left wanting more than being completely satisfied and then just doing nothing interesting for the next 30 minutes, right? You gotta like leave the high where it is, and then as opposed to trying to extend it as far as possible, because like the anticipation of and feeling of like there could be more is in fact probably like the most actual main driver of enjoyment. The anticipation of future enjoyment or possible future enjoyment is often better than the actual thing. Imagination is like far more powerful than like any sort of actual experience you could have most of the time. Because anything you imagine can be perfect and tailored to your needs, but anything that's real has to like exist within the bounds of reality. And that's highly restricting on like on what can happen. That's why people like the open-ended endings a lot more, right? Because they get to make up their own story that they can imagine happens, right? All right. Have I played FE Echoes? I have. Played it on stream, but like I kind of ditched it to do the whatchamacallit. I ditched it to do my birthright run. I haven't gotten back to it yet, but I might if I decide to stream more often. People complain about too many support conversations and side characters have development in the main story. Wisteria Saga ending is 3 hours long. I mean, Wisteria Saga is pretty good. I like it a lot. Okay, how do I do this? I guess we just give Camilla the kill. I think we just give up on giving XP because there's not really much anyone that we could give XP to, they're not gonna like level up or anything off of it. Boy likes raw flour. You prefer if a story gives a conclusive ending, like closing the book of the story kind of ending? Yeah, I like it that way too. But like, there has to be like more you could imagine that could happen, right? Like the story could end, but like you don't need to like wreck the setting. You're half expecting me to shit on Silica's route because of bad map design. I feel like the Echoes' bad map design is not at all unique to Silica's route. The entire game just lacks map design. It's just like such a low bar to complain about that I feel like it's so difficult for me to make videos about it because the entire game, it's kind of a miserable experience. I'm generally surprised that people like it. But I guess it's mainly because it's more like RPG style, hit all these guys and win kind of combat. Which I guess for like people who aren't really into the strategy of Fire Emblem, that's perfectly fine because that's like no different from like playing like an SMT game or something. Thing you like about Echoes, they can use all the characters, no need to have a bench. Yeah, I think that's pretty good too. That's pretty good. Except for like the skirmish chapters in the caves that you have to do constantly, where you do have a limit. The fact that those like caves exist is like I don't like it. I don't want to do it. There we go, we got Savage Blow. Amazing. Mission complete. I think we can probably give Baruka the Bolt Axe and do a bunch of damage too. Baruka doubling? What kind of insane clown world is this? How does that happen? Okay, I guess the next goal is to get Baruka to a high enough level as possible, so we can get Savage Blow. Again, so we can have 3 Savage Blow users. You like Echoes, but in spite of the gameplay, it has good presentation, and that's good enough to look past the awful level design. Yeah, I mean, it's really just like a matter of taste, really. There's no right or wrong answer. And like, I have like no need for like inciting the drums of war or beating, you know? No man can be trusted. I'm just not interested in like making like the like doing like fandom war content, which people are very eager to do because it's easy and also like it drives views. But I think these days not even that popular because people see it for what it is. It's like mindless rabble rousing. But like regardless of like content creators not wanting to do it, it still happens everywhere. So as a javelin, so you can probably stay there. Yeah, but I think it's safer to just like hit. I think the thing is that Baruka does more damage when the enemy can't counter. So if Silas can counter, then Baruka loses her personal bonus, and then loses 4 damage points, and then can't do any damage. So I could make up for it with other ways, but I think it's. I just want to pump the support. I'm pretty sure they all attacks deal at least 1 damage and echoes. I think minimum damage is something that should minimum damage or ways of bypassing defense should make a return. Like poison, for instance, and poison in engage was a really interesting mechanic, and it mattered a lot for like the player benefit. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of like nice elements in various games I would like to see converge. Really, who knows? Hunter's volley was a mistake. That's the guaranteed two hit with the bows, right? They really gave level 18 Silas with dual beat weapon ranks with like 19 strength in this round. Yeah, I guess, but like he's still not as good as Roma or Xander, who you get like immediately. I feel like if there's like a mechanic that like attacks do minimum like 3 damage, that would go a long way to fixing a lot of the game, a lot of juggernauting problems. There you go. So we got Silas. Engage poison should have been +4 damage. It's +1, 3, 5 damage, depending, right? Very good. So now we need to figure out how to recruit Benny without dying and without killing him. So I think we actually should be okay because these guys are outside of range. So Elise can just talk to him, and then Benny can move away. Let's put a dancer and Gunter nearby just in case it doesn't work the way I think. Where's Gunter?
What is this?
Then Benny moves away, and then we're good. I think the main issue here, like, I could try to use Benny, and I think actually, wait, he's got C weapon ranks. This could work. I could give him a Gar Naganata, and I could give him a Gar Naganata and a or a Boat Naganata, right? And then he actually could do damage. If I give him a Boat Naganata, he can actually do something with it. Or a Beast Killer. I think actually I am like lacking defense units. Benny has low strength. Oh wait. Yeah, that's the Effie is not as good because she's more focused into strength, and thus she loses more from the penalties of this run. So Benny had like a lot less to lose. I don't know. I think the other thing, I'm not really sure. Honestly, I probably might not use him just because we do get Xander soon. And Xander has a lot of defense too. And I don't really think we really need a general necessarily, because the main issue on this map was like we needed to defend 2 areas. I think once we have our second tank, we should be okay. Damn, that's a lot of damage. 17 damage on a bolt axe. That's crazy. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Might as well pump some more support rank here while we're here. I'm pretty sure like I've maximized my support ranks to some degree, but there's really no telling for sure. And Burrow and Benny managed for seal defense. Burrow, I think she's mega benched at this point. It's too hard to justify using her. Ugh. And my throat is dry. Yeah. Yeah, I recently moved into a new place of living recently. And wow. As it turns out, I just kind of like it's nice not living in a tuna can size space and not having noisy upstairs neighbors. It's so nice. Eastern equipments and silvers are actually pretty good. I think some of the Eastern equipments, like the Pursuer, will be good. Water wheels should also be good, but the issue is I don't think we have a user for it. Hakakuri blade may be useful. I don't know. I feel like the issue is that the Eastern equipments are all kind of ass too, and you have to use pretty bad classes to be able to use them. What's wrong with living in the tuna can? It's not about the smell. I was talking more about like the size of the room. For most of my YouTube career, I was living in a very small space. Suffice to say. Who do I give XP to? Maybe yeah, whatever. Baruka gets the kill. Yeah, I don't really talk about my IRL life very often.
It's over.
You clearly have more skill than you're actually using. Does his skill increase after compared to his enemy version?
Yes. No.
Does Corin say his favorite food here?
Thank you. Well.
It changes based on route, right? What was the Rev favorite food?
Oh, wow.
I think it was like surf and turf in one of them. I don't know. Alright, I'm not reading this. That was chapter 14. Very nice.
What's that?
Some rice. According to Fire Wookie, a bro's skill is indeed affected by class. Yeah, I think it's based on enemy class, which, I mean, enemies don't really class change. So enemy class is directly impacted by, like, whether or not they're Norian or Hoshiran, right? Alright. So, yeah, let's see what we got for supports. Corn Camilla. It's Vegetarian Chowder and Conquest, Surf and Turf and Birthright, and Tengi Coleslaw and Revelation. I don't even know what. I have no idea what to say to that. I don't even know what it means. It doesn't even seem like it has like a thematic thing, right? It's just like whatever. I feel like we should just do the Corn Felicia support just to have it. All right. So that was 2.5 hours. I think. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be about it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll probably see you all next week with more of this. I'm gonna spend the rest of the time today. I'm gonna try to put out my next video. I guess. All right, see you guys. Bye.